Hi Simon, this is just a quick video at some of my Banksy work there. I like a bit of art in the office of my SWOT. Again, so having been through this many times before, so I've just followed some guidance there from a few websites. So this is a SWOT analysis just to get my line in the sand, if you will. So what I've come up with in the strengths is my coaching cube. I do believe the product itself, not just the concept behind it, but the actual physical object is one of the strengths. It allows for companies to enhance all initiatives and projects that have gone before, even well-being programs or coaching programs. Fundamentally allow people to understand their own thoughts and feelings better. It allows them to connect with other people better. And it's also something that can be given out to employees. So I do believe the actual product itself is a strength. The previous clients that we have worked with in previous organizations, so my previous business, but also the clients that my potential clients that I've met whilst at Siemens. So again, I am trying to leverage them. In fact, that's where most of the interest is actually coming from. Strengths, energy that we've got. Again, I'm aware that my energy and my ability to engage people is not common in the safety area. You wouldn't expect a safety professional to potentially be me. And the credibility as well, obviously the qualifications, the team that we've got, it gives that impression to the viewer of the website, for example, that we are a credible team. Also, they got the current marketplace around mental health. Like I said, it's fashionable. It's very in at the moment. I do believe a strength of the company, although it could be also a weakness, is that I am brave enough to challenge the expected norm. One of the dangers that comes with challenging clients is that people don't like to be wobbled too much. That this could be definitely a weakness or a threat, however you want to classify that. Sometimes people aren't ready to be challenged. They say they are, but then they're not. And get people, I can get the sale. So if I can actually get in front of people, because of the product itself, it's relevant, it makes sense, they get it because they can relate to it. So it's something that sells itself once I have got in front of them. The weaknesses, the sales actually generating the meetings, creating those face-to-face with the decision maker or the decision makers, making it relevant to the people. So the product itself, it does what it says on the tin. However, EHS people may want it for reducing accidents. HR people may want it for reducing sickness and absenteeism. Operations or business might want it so they get more right first time, reduce costs, more projects completed on time under budget. My character, I am aware that my character, some people love me and I wobble some people's psychological safety. That some people may be put off me, so it could be a 50-50 split on how many people I attract to how many people I repel. Again, it's about sort of wobbling their expectations. Do they go for it? Do they not? So we're relatively a new business coming into the marketplace. Although we've all got a lot of experience as a company itself, we're new. Marketing, I have put down some things in my email that show you an example of what I'm trying to do at the moment. And let's sort of call a spade here. Although I've got interest and this could come off, I'm not generating as many opportunities or conversations or face-to-faces as I would want. And also networking. I'm aware that I've got to get out there and network a little bit more. I do have some, I'm going to say that I get invited as a guest speaker. So I get to stand up in front of potential target markets. But maybe there's other opportunities for me to network in other ways that can benefit the business. The opportunities, like I say, I think there's a lot of organizations think mental health and safety and everything else comes after making money, which essentially any organization is set up to make the pound coin, the euro, whatever you want to call it. But there's a direct correlation between the mental health and the well-being of the workforce to the transformational performance of any company. So I think there's an opportunity there for not just to say, hey, you can do this, as an aside. Is that you get this approach to people right, your organization will perform as well. You'll get more right first time. There is the current, so for that is more how I market it, I suppose, how I try and present it, so to make it palatable and desirable to potential purchasers. Obviously, there's a current focus in the marketplace. safety and well-being is something that's, you know, the actual opportunities there. It's becoming more fashionable to say that. More companies are getting behind it. And I also think there's an opportunity for what I call retro culture. So just like where people are going back to the old Nokia 3210s, I think there's a really good, what obviously I've called it huddle culture, but the retro side of, you know, get away from your emails, get away from your online stuff, and actually create space to meet face to face. You know, take it back to basics. And then the threat that I've got here, there's larger competitors, you know, have been in the marketplace a long time, who are recognised, but again, you know, they haven't got anything like the Coaching Cube. There's a lot of training, but the Coaching Cube, as far as I'm aware, is a unique type of product. We're not that well known. Definitely with my approach, you know, some people may like the more corporate, the more safe, the more, you know, I'm trying to think of a word here, but when they look at some of the stuff I do, some people aren't ready for the knowledge or the challenge that we will present their business. Obviously, with me being a startup myself, we've got limited cash, and then the cash flow is an issue, as in the amount of time it takes us to get a contract in and then deliver and then get paid can be a real problem. My boredom as well, you know, actually how long can I keep this up before I start getting bored? And obviously what I said before, the threat about my credibility. So the voice that I'm telling myself is that, you know, with me doing all of the LinkedIn stuff and the videos, I may have become almost, some people may be deaf to me now. But again, it's really creating those opportunities to try and get in front of people, because when I can get in front of people and then face to face with them, then it seems to go well. But what I'm really having a problem with is generating those opportunities. So that's my SWOT analysis. Again, this is the whiteboard that I was telling you about. If you've got any comments, I would love to hear them. Thanks very much.